I've always struggled with determining the depth of a turning, and I'm an ordained member of the Funnel Club, and I would like to avoid that. At first, I started using this method where I'd take a pencil and I'd sight down and then transfer that over and try and get it lined up with my other eye on the backside and determine the depth, and wasn't satisfied with that. So I came up with a device I've seen many people use. Is a board, and in my case I've got a carriage bolt and a wing nut to lock it in place. I've seen similar where they've used a dowel, and put that across the bowl. The head of the carriage bolt is touching the bottom, then come up to the top, and again try to get your eye lined up and figure out where the bottom is. Again, not entirely satisfied with that. And that also had limitations. For example, with a live edge bowl, you had an irregular edge. It was hard to get an accurate reading. And this is what I came up with. This is actually the second version. The first one was I turned a wooden Morris taper and took an old pen mandrel and put it in there. And this part is a store-bought laser guide. Initially I bought it for handheld tools, and it simply doesn't work for that purpose. The way I have it set up is the laser points directly at the tip. When I move the depth finder in, don't jam it in there because you can dent the bottom of your bowl. Now the laser is pointing to where the bottom is on the outside of the bowl, and I found that to be more accurate than some of the other ways I was doing it. And I especially like it on hollow forms because I do the same thing. I bring it in gently. Don't even lock the tailstock down, just push it in, and by feel you can tell when you've touched. And again, the laser is showing me right where the bottom is on the inside. And this system will work regardless of the size of the turning that you have. Here's a little itty bitty hollow form, and I can put that in, and again the laser shows me right where the bottom is. And as I mentioned earlier, using this type of depth gauge would be a little difficult with something that has an irregular edge. But this laser system shows me exactly where the bottom is. The whole thing can be made out of wood. I have a friend that has a metal lathe, and he turned a Morris taper for me. And again, this part is store-bought, but you could easily take a wooden block and fashion something to hold your laser. And the only critical part is the laser has to be pointed right at the tip. That's it.